What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Queen of Pain and why she has a 49.56% win rate, pretty much a 50% win rate. This is a hero I typically would not like to play from the mid lane. This is the type of hero that I usually ignored, but I've been having so much fun spamming Queen of Pain, so maybe I have changed and become a Queen of Pain player, but I've been just really destroying my lobbies. This hero is so freaking strong right now, and it's one of the heroes that you can pick up pretty easily. Her kit is super simple to use. Obviously, if you're a better QOP player, you can easily get more value, but you can get the minimum amount of value and still do a lot in the team fight. Scream of Pain is such a great ability. You have your blink to get out of sticky situations. You also have your sonic wave, which is absolutely massive amounts of damage, especially in low MMR where all the heroes are all clumped up together. You're getting so much value off that ultimate. It's pretty much free value. And with the Facet Masochist, you get bonus spell amplification, and a percentage of that is reflected back to you. A percentage of the damage that you actually do gets reflected back to you. It's not a lot, honestly. You pretty much don't notice it. The build you're going to be using on Queen of Pain is Treads into a Null Talisman, and then you can either go for Dagon or a Kaya Sange, and then it's pretty much up to you. You can get a BKB, you can get a Shivas, you can get a Hex, but this is pretty much the core item build currently. It is super strong. The Dagon 5 is such a stupid item on Queen of Pain, especially with the Masochist Facet. It's just so much freaking damage. You are just blowing up heroes super easily. And it is really good stats for the Queen of Pain as well. Keeps you alive much longer. It's such a great item. I can't recommend it enough. But if you are having a little bit of a tougher game from the mid lane, you're getting shut down a little bit, then I do recommend getting the Kaya Sange first. You can get the Yasha Kaya as well. If it's a lot of physical damage, the Yasha Kaya is not a bad pickup. But I think for most of your games, you're going to be picking up the Kaya Sange. And this hero does have a lot of mana issues, hence why you build the Null Talisman. But you also need a wand, and you're also going to be spamming some clarities, because this hero, the more active you are, the more mana consumption, and it does burn quite a bit of mana. You could also farm stacks super easily with Scream of Pain. It does so much damage. You can easily stack for yourself from the mid lane if you're having a tough time. Every time it's ready to stack, you can just go back and stack, and you're going to be just fine. So you kind of have a plan B in case you are getting shut down from the mid lane, which will happen. There are some very tough matchups that you will get kicked out of lane, but there is a really great recovery tool. You max your Scream of Pain, and not only does that do a lot of damage, it also helps you farm. So it's pretty much the first ability that you're going to be maxing, and it's pretty much your most important one other than your blink. Don't misuse the blinks. Don't just blink for the fun of it, and don't blink into situations where you don't have any vision. I see that happening a lot with newer QOP players. They just seem to go in, they think that they can just blink in and not get punished. They will get punished. So make sure you're blinking into vision, and make sure you are blinking properly. The cooldown isn't super major once it's maxed out, but you need to make sure you can blink in, survive long enough, do the damage, and if you are being pressured or you're low HP, then you can blink out again. Queen of Pain benefits from playing against lineups that don't have a lot of catch and don't have a lot of chain stunning, because if this hero does get chain stun, you will most likely die. She can be very squishy, and she could definitely get CC'd into oblivion, so you need to be careful on how you're picking QOP. Let's break down some of the best and worst matchups for QOP. Some of the best matchups are Alchemist, Zeus, Sand King, Razor, Leshrac. Heroes like Alchemist and Zeus are really easy to take care of. They just don't like being slowed whatsoever, and if they already have Chemical Rage and they don't have a BKB, your slows are gonna be quite crucial. Your ultimate does so much to a hero like Alchemist. You can easily burst them, and with your Dagon build, you can burst them as well through his Chemical Rage regen. And heroes like Zeus, even though they could kind of get away from you, you can just build an Orchid, which is a fantastic item build on the Queen of Pain against heroes like Storm, Puck. This item build will help you take care of these heroes that can get away from you, and you will have a really good time. Sand King as well does not want to deal with Queen of Pain. It's just a very difficult matchup for him, and Sand King is one of the most popular heroes right now in the meta, so you can definitely take advantage of playing QOP against these matchups. Razor as well is super popular. Leshrac not so much. I think only Leshrac specialist players are still playing it, but I don't see it a whole lot, so it's not much of a big deal. Some of the bad matchups are Ember Spirit, Puck, Huskar, Lina, Medusa. Heroes like Medusa really love going up against Queen of Pain just because they just take no damage from her spells. So even Dagon or pretty much anything that you're going to be building on Queen of Pain doesn't really affect Medusa. So you really don't want to take care of her. You don't want to jump into her. You don't really want to do a whole lot of anything to Medusa. You want to leave that for your team, and you should be jumping the backline and taking care of the supports as quickly as possible. Your role is not going to be taking out a hero like Medusa. But heroes like Ember Spear and and Puck, you build yourself an Orchid, and you're going to be having a good time against these heroes because they are good up against you, but the matchup could definitely be swayed. And once the late game hits and you're able to get yourself a Hex, these heroes are going to be in a very tough situation. Building a Hex against both of these matchups is really crucial to be able to swing the tides, and you're going to be doing much better off. Lina is a hero that can easily shit on you. She beats you in lane. She beats you throughout the game. She's a natural Gleipnir buyer. So it's a hero you definitely want to dodge this matchup as much as you can and try and get a support rotation in the mid lane to be able to do something, because the Lina will just pretty much kick you out of lane. So it's a matchup you need to be prepared for. Prepare to stack for yourself or ask your teammates nicely so they can get some stacks going in for you so you can actually recover, because it's a pretty brutal matchup. Same with Huskar. You can beat the Huskar early on, but once he gets level 6, you're not going to be doing a whole lot. And once he has his armlet, you're not going to be doing a whole lot to that hero. You could annoy him with slows and such, but you're not going to be targeting the Huskar. You might be able to get a Sonic Wave kill here and there. That might be a possibility. Overall, it's a pretty difficult matchup. You could build a Mage Slayer. It's a little bit unorthodox to be building Mage Slayer on Queen of Pain, but it's something that if need be, you can build it. You can definitely build a lot of different items. You don't have to always go cookie cutter, but I feel like the Kaya Sange and the Dagon are pretty much a must to make this hero work really effectively. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Queen of Pain this patch. I think she is a very underrated mid laner and should be picked a lot more often. Even though I have been seeing her quite a bit, I think I should be seeing her way more, and I think she will pass 50% win rate very soon. The hero is super strong. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys learned something, consider subscribing and joining the Dota Chronicles community. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.